go with the basics of the second day session, that is Postgres. So let me tell you what Postgres is. Postgres is a database. Okay, Postgres is a database like MySQL and many other databases like MongoDB, SQLite. Okay, these all databases are similarly Postgres is also a database and it is widely used. It is widely used. Over here, we use query languages of SQL, normal query languages of SQL. We use this, so it is known as PostgreSQL, PostgreSQL. So this is what it is known as. So we have different ways of getting it. So first of all, to you write down the steps how to install the Postgres. These steps are really very important. So first of all, you need to install the Postgres from here. Postgres download. So you need to download the Postgres from here. You will find a download option. Okay, for Windows, for Mac, everything will be over here. You just see it and download it. Then after doing this, while installing the Postgres, you will be seen, you will be asked for the location, path location. You need to provide it as it is, or you can do your own path location. That is up to you. Then what you need to go for? You need to go for the user ID and password. So let the user ID be same, but password what you create, you need to just note down that password, because if you forget that password, then you will not be able to access your Postgres, and then again you need to uninstall and then reinstall the Postgres, and you will lose your previous data. Okay, so this is what is important. Once you get Postgres installed, so there will be a when you search it, it will be coming like PSQL. Okay, PSQL. So after installing this will be coming PSQL. Then it will be asking which server you want to ask. So we will work on local host, that means our local system. So we'll press enter over here. Then database is Postgres. Database is where we want, which database we want to store. So for first we'll store in Postgres only. This is the port number. These all things will be important while we connect to our Python code and Postgres. When we connect these two, these all data will be very much important for us. So we need to write it somewhere. Username is my username is Postgres. I haven't changed it. And my password, I will write it over here and I will press enter. Once I write a correct password, so here you will see find something like this. Okay. Now today as the time is very less, so we can do one thing. We will write the key points of Postgres, that what are the things that we use for Postgres. So you need to remember the password, the username, okay, and rest data you just note down. Now write down slash means a backslash L is used to see the entire details on that particular DB. Whatever details we have, whatever tables we had created with whatever databases we have in that particular localhost server, all will be shown through slash L. It is a list of databases. Okay, just note it down. Then we can change the database. For example, now we are using the Postgres database, and if we want to change it, then we use backslash C to change the database, and we will go, for example, student DB is over here. We will go to student DB. So database name is student DB, and we'll press enter. So we had changed it to student DB. Okay. Now slash C is used for changing the database. Now, if we wanna, for example, create a database, okay, write it down. For creating a database, the syntax is create. You can write it in capital also, in small also. In SQL, you don't require, means you don't need, there is no case sensitive language. It's not a case sensitive language. You can use any case. Create database. and we will go with the database name, for example, webinar db. Okay, and then we'll terminate it through a semicolon sign. Okay, now after terminating it, there it will show that we have created a database named webinar db. Yeah, we can use SQL developer. See, any database you use, any database, each and every database has a format through which you can connect through your code to the database. Every database has means same. You need to do the same thing, but the syntax of every database is different. For example, if you are doing MongoDB, if you are doing Postgres, if you are doing MySQL, anything. So that format is first we need to connect the database to the code, and then you need to connect the DB what you want to search for, and then you need to connect the collection or the table that you're searching for, and after that you access your data. So the procedure is same. Whatever database you use, that may be different. Okay, I believe I explained you, Soumya. Yeah. So you write the syntax, create database. Similarly, if you want to create a table, so we'll write create table and then table name. Okay, uh, create table. Okay, for example, students is the table. So how we'll create this? We will create this something like this. We need to write the attributes. So let me tell you how to write the attributes. See, the the first thing, whatever you write over here, name, then class, then role, these all things are attributes. Okay, and whatever you write over here, like Pritam, class, maybe anything, then role, maybe anything. So these all are values. Okay, Sakshi, will you be explaining file handling some other day? Yeah, tomorrow I will be explaining in details Postgres. Today I was just giving you the keynotes, key points, so that tomorrow it's not that you look like everything is new for you. So I'm just giving you the briefing of Postgres, and tomorrow will come with the entire Postgres with the practical implementation. Okay. So see, name, class, role, these are the attributes, and these are the values. So while defining the attributes, we need to define the particular type of attribute. For example, name is text type, class is integer type, role is integer type. Similarly, when we come over here, we write name space text, comma, then we write, for example, we want the address space text, and if we want to write age space text. So if we will terminate this, relation students already exist. Okay, okay, okay. Sorry, I haven't changed the database. That's why this happened. So first of all, change the database to webinar DB, as we created a database named webinar DB. So we'll change the database and then we'll execute this statement. The table has been created. Okay, you write the syntax. You write the syntax, which will help you tomorrow to understand. Everyone has written the syntax? Please make a note in the comment section. Yes. Okay. Now, if we want to see what values we have in the particular table, then we will go for select star. Acha, tell me one thing. Has you studied the basics of SQL? Do you know the basics of SQL, or I will go much deeper to from tomorrow with the SQL thing? So let me know in the comment section. Okay, Sakshi knows basics of SQL. Soumya also knows. Okay, you know the basics of SQL, so we can go with this way. A little bit in school, yeah, that is enough, Harsh. The SQL that you got a little bit, that is enough. What See, knowing everything of SQL is not required. If you know a little bit, then you can easily grasp it. You can grab it. So select star from where we require the DB name, that is webinar DB. Sorry, we are in the DB. We will write the table name from students. Okay, and then we'll press. Sorry, I forgot semicolon here. We have not created any of the data, inserted any data in it. We have the name, we have the address, we have the age. This is the attributes what we have, but we don't have any values inside this attribute. Okay, so the last syntax for today I will tell you: to insert a data in a table. To insert it, we will write insert, and then we will write the where we will be insert into students. Okay, students. And how I want to insert: I will insert a name, okay, comma, I will insert an address, comma, I will insert the age. Okay, in this manner I will insert, and the values are, we will write the values in this manner. Values are, for example, name is uh, Rahul. Okay, address is, for example, JSR, and age is 14. And we will finish this with a semicolon and press enter. Okay, there is some issue over here. Rahul does not exist. Did we make any error? Name is text type, address is text type. Okay, age is text type. Yeah, right. 14. Is there any issue, Soumya, with 14? Hmm, let us check it once again if they have written it everything. But I have, by mistake, I had mentioned it in text. And over here, if you want to write integer also, we will have to put this double quotes over here. Okay, it's the value should be in double quotes. So whatever you write in integer or that doesn't matter. It should be in double quotes. Uh, I believe over here use double quotes and single quotes are not same. I believe maybe. So let us see once with single quotes. Yeah. So over here we have to give the number. I mean everything in single quotes. Okay. Now if we put that select star from students, so we'll find the data over here.